Hey guys, it's Jeff. So I got another quick video. This one's going to be a multi-part series video on red dot optics coming up after this. Hey guys, I'm back. So if you're like me, you got a bunch of rifles laying around, or maybe you're new to the modern sporting rifle thanks to regulation efforts and the understanding that no government cares about you more than you do and your family. So you want an optic because you know that they provide a level of performance increase when it comes to target acquisition. Now, the fixed sights or the battle sights have been around, forever and ever. And understanding the concepts of iron sights, I think, is a fundamental to learning how to use a gun. But when you're getting a little bit older, you're looking for, a little bit more of an advantage, then you understand that when you add an optic to your firearm, you increase the ability for that firearm to be effective in a deadly force scenario. So, what are the use cases that you would potentially pick a red dot for? Or do you go with a scope? Or do you pick a low power variable optic like a 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 8? They're even up to 1 to 10 now. So what are your decision points? Is it cost? Is it weight? Is it the speed of target acquisition and your ability for your eyes to acquire that target? Or is it distance? Are you looking to shoot out to certain ranges? So let me know in the comments, what are your criteria when selecting an optic? There's a lot of different optics out on the market, a lot of different reasons and use cases for each one of them. So let me know, what are yours? I'm going to be talking about red dots in this, but, I own LPVOs as well. So, I use them, I like them. I don't begrudge anybody that owns them. They are an effective tool to be used. So, what are your use cases? Throw them in the comment section. So, in this video, I want to discuss red dots, and to start, let's talk about the business aspect of these little devices. So what are you getting? You're getting a 20 millimeter tube, like on this Romeo 5 here. You've got an emitter that sends a little laser beam or a little piece of light onto a reflective piece of glass, and you look through that 20 millimeter tube here, find that emitter and line up your target, right? And you can move the emitter up and down so you can select windage and elevation when you're zeroing your optic. So this technology has been around a long time. It started with the aim point, the Comp M4 or Comp M2 rather, right around the turn of the century. And in the early 2000s, we started to see some of the copycats start to show up on the market, right? Coming out of China, they were probably, just reverse engineering what the Comp M2 was, and companies started to try to import those into the U.S. A lot of popularity, a lot of guys were going into war, they were going into combat zones, they were trying to have the most effective rifle, and at that same time, the Brady Band ended. So there was a lot of modern sporting rifles starting to make it into the commercial user hands. And a lot of guys coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan wanted to, modify their weapons or create a weapon that was similar to the one that they carried while they were overseas, myself included. And with the new availability on the commercial market, it became a lot easier to acquire these weapons. So you didn't have to go through a lot of the hoops that you had to trying to get a pre-Brady Band or a Brady Band compliant sporting rifle. You could go and get what everybody else wanted, just a typical 30 round magazine with a semi-automatic rifle, right? So like anything, the longer something's been in production, the cheaper it is to manufacture, the higher the profit margins are for the manufacturing and the selling of these items. So all of these companies that you see around nowadays that are manufacturing red dots are making them out of China. Almost every single one of them. I don't know of one that isn't. If you know of one that isn't, throw it in the comment section. I'm always willing to learn as well. So the fact that all of these are coming out of China means that you're getting a limited amount of research and development knowledge that goes into the manufacturer. All they're doing is they're mass producing a copycat of what the other guy is making. So with the quality assurance testing, 20 years of refining the products, having them returned back, having resellers rebrand these products, not being satisfied with what they're getting out of China. You get a lot of returns, you get a lot of denial of shipments, etc., etc. These manufacturers have gotten much better in what they're doing. So what are you getting when you are looking for an optic? And so what I've done is I've taken 9 optics, 9 red dots I was able to find. It's a mixture of very popular, commonly known from these 9 manufacturers. I'm going to run them through their paces and try to see, what are you getting for your dollar? Are you getting a higher value by paying higher price, or can you go with a lower price and save some money that you can apply to maybe training or maybe more ammo or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to go through this real quick just so you see what we're working with. So number 1 is the TrueGlow, $89.79, and this is what I paid for it. You can see it's a pretty basic red dot. It's got it's probably the largest of them all, but it's got a few features on it. It's got the windage and elevation little blade there on the caps, and it's got a red and green dot. This is probably the largest of all of them, but I'll get into the specs later. So we have the TrueGlow, $89.79. That's what I paid for it. Next up is the Vortex Crossfire, $126.31, and these are all the real world prices that I paid for these guys. You can probably find better deals at different times depending on the season and what's going on, but this is what I paid. Up next is the Bushnell, $59.97, pretty well known, been around a long time. And then we get into some of the Amazon stuff. So I've got the Field Sport, I paid $23.99. I've got another one from a company called OTW. This was another Amazon purchase. It was $29.95. Another optic that you guys are all familiar with, the Primary Arms. I paid $89.79. Another Amazon product, Hiram, was $32.99. And this one is very interesting, but I'll cover that in the specifications video. The Pinty or the Pinty, another Amazon product, $33.99. And the Sig Romeo 5. Now, I will be honest, I do own 2 of these, and if that gives you any insight into my favoritism, that would probably be the only indicator. I paid $99.99 for these when I got them, and I got one. I liked it so much I went back and bought a second. But that's my bias. I don't want to skew the results of this video. So anyway, I just wanted to, like I said, go through this, kind of give you a precursor of things to come in this video, and stay tuned. I'm going to put up another video. I'm going to work up some ideas and testing. If you have ideas that you think may be beneficial, or you want to see how these red dots stand up to abuse, give me some ideas in the comment section of what you think would be good tests. I plan on doing a drop test, a submersion test in some water barrels. I have some rain barrels. I'm firing them off of maybe an AR-15, maybe 20, 50 rounds each. I don't know. But something that you would, freezing them, I've also heard that was a suggestion somebody made. So what do you think? What would be good tests you'd like to see on a basic red dot that you would use on a self-defense rifle, and what sort of abuse do you think it should be able to withstand? So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. That's really all I've got for right now. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do ring the bell, and it'll let you know when I post the next video on this series. Want to follow me on my other social media platforms? You can look for me on Instagram.com. I do a lot of commenting on that. Try to put a picture or 2 up about what's going on in my life there. There's Facebook.com. I have a presence there. There's Bitchute.com. That's my kind of alternative platform in case anything ever happens to YouTube. And then I guess Gunstreamer's making a comeback, so I'm putting videos back there again. If you haven't followed me there, you can follow me there as well. So anyway, again, that's all I got. Until next time, guys, I'll see you, and take care. Bye-bye.